we live a life where we expand and we contract, just like our lungs. We breathe in and we breathe out, right? And I see that in my life where the point where I'm breathing in, right? When I'm breathing in, taking everything in, it's almost like those are the experiences where I'm in isolation. Those are the times where I'm figuring out some things. I'm doing some healing. I'm doing some work. I'm setting up the next stage of my life, the next experience. I'm allowing myself to listen to spirit. I'm allowing myself to just kind of like vibe out and just listen, right? Listen to myself. Listen to what's next. Listen to what I'm releasing also, because it's kind of like seasons. We go through cycles, and those cycles we get to really honor, because when we honor each cycle, that means we're being present to it. When we're present to it, then we're allowing ourselves to move through them so that we can evolve, we can grow. And that's something that I've been seeing in my own life. And there's also a time where you can't overstay in one cycle, right? You can't hold your breath for a certain amount of time. And there's some people who actually can hold their breath. I'm sorry, the sun is coming out, and now that's about to make me look crazy. I think the cloud is about to, I'm trying to I want it to look as natural as possible. I think this is better, right? Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, so it just feels like there's like the breath and the expansion of our lives, breathing in and breathing out, right? So when we breathe in, you kind of think of it, for me, it's kind of like isolation time. This is when it's time to go in, time to listen to spirit, time to listen to your body, time to listen to yourself and see what's next. Maybe prepping for what's next, prepping for the next thing that you are creating in your life. Either if it's, okay, I'm ready to leave this job. Okay, I'm ready to leave this neighborhood in this city. Okay, I'm ready to do something different because this is no longer speaking to me. My soul feels like I'm literally suffocating. I don't feel like I'm making a difference here, or I don't feel like I'm expanding enough, right? So that's the spirit, that's your body, your soul calling you for more space, to create more space in your life, to get rid of certain things, get rid of maybe old clothes or whatever it is. That's the inhale. I consider that the inhale. And of course you can possibly hold your breath for as long as you can if you're one of those swimmers, right? And then eventually you have to exhale. And when we exhale, I feel like that's the expansion. That's when you get to go out and practice what you've learned. You know, all the healing that you did when you were in that inhale moment, right? When you were within, when you were stuck inside, not stuck inside, but when you were inside yourself, listening to yourself, healing. Now when you exhale, it's time to go and meet new people, try new experiences. Your soul is calling you to do something else. And this time frame could be different for everybody. It could be 4 years, 3 years, 10 years, 1 year, 6 months, right? The whole point is to listen to your own rhythm, find your own rhythm. And this expansion time, it's beautiful because it's almost like giving me vibes of like summertime. It's time to go out, it's time to mingle, it's time to go to the jazz event and to meet people and drink some nice wine. It's time to go watch movies outdoors, go to the beach. It's time to create and collaborate with people and all the things that you've been working on, you know, when you were inside, right? Well, now we outside. You were inside, now we outside. Okay, now we outside. It's time for you to take all the things that you've learned, that you've cultivated, that you've nurtured, and now share it with the world. Okay, now you get to share it with the world. And I was just talking to a sister friend of mine just now on the phone, and we were expressing just how important it is to, like, when you go through certain things, right? Certain emotional downfalls, certain mental health issues, and now you have to process them, process your emotions, see how you've behaved, habits, your thought process that really didn't support your outcome, right? That really didn't create harmony for you and what it is that you're trying to manifest in your life. Now that you see where you could have done better, I don't want to say where you went wrong, because I feel like that was necessary. I think a lot of us, even me sometimes, like like today I literally had to release being so hard on myself, right? We possibly have been so hard on ourselves where we don't even allow ourselves some type of grace. We forgive others easier than how we forgive ourselves. We barely forgive ourselves. And sometimes you have to forgive yourself, not be so harsh, not have such a bar that you have to maintain yourself. And even if you can, you're a little bit deep down, probably a little bit miserable, because sometimes you might miss the mark. It's like you want to be 99 and you might get to like 97, 96, 95, 98, 97, and you're like, oh my gosh. And it's like, you don't have to be like that, right? Not trying to be a superhuman, and just enjoy being human. And I couldn't find the balance because I was trying to figure out the difference between ascension and just being of the world, right? Being in the world versus being of the world. And it's a nice balance that everybody gets to figure out. Don't let anybody ever tell you that, oh, this is the way that you need to do it. Everybody gets to figure it out. You just get to utilize the tools that others that use it for themselves, you can use it for yourself. Like when it comes to Reiki, when it comes to chakra healing, when it comes to hypnotherapists, right? When it comes to tarot readers, or any other tools that are available for you, yoga and journaling and all of that stuff, any type of shadow work that you need to do to work with your shadow, because the whole point is to integrate your shadow. Your shadow may not look like somebody else's, and that's something that you get to embrace. And in the time of expansion, in the time of exhalation, this is a great time for you to go out into the world and to test how well you've done in your healing journey, right? So now you get to communicate with people. And there's some people that I'm not gonna lie, I still see I have a little bit of resistance towards. And I get to release how other people are gonna respond, and just embrace at least communicating and speaking up clearly, right? Being authentic and being honest about how I feel about something. And also just kind of like, maybe don't push yourself, right? If you're not ready with that specific situation, person, place, or thing, then you're just not ready. 555. But changes will happen as well, right? That also lets me know, take time, but don't take too much time. Once you become definitive about what it is that you do want to do, just express it. Even if that means, hey, saying I love you, but there's just something is just not resonating with me, or something it just seems to be different. So now I think it's just a little bit more time that you need to yourself, or to let this just kind of like play out. If we don't speak for a while, then we don't speak for a while, and that's okay. Allow us to grow. That way I could allow myself to grow, and I feel so burdened or pressured to have to show up in this certain way, or to even say anything, right? And other times this allows you, let's say inside you didn't really speak up for yourself a lot. Now you get to speak up for yourself. Before, you were kind of like shying away from speaking your truth or saying certain things because you were afraid of being neglected or abandoned or left. And now, with love, with love and respect, you know that you're not abandoning yourself, because when you abandon yourself, that's how you create experiences for people to abandon you. When you neglect yourself, when you don't speak up for yourself, when you don't love yourself, when you don't show some type of care for yourself, for your mind, for your things, for your space, you invite other people to mirror that back to you. I literally start to look at everything as a mirror now, and it helps so much. Like right now, being in nature, it mirrors to me how important I see my peace, how important it is, how important it is that I honor myself, my time to myself, even to this channel, as well as just my heart. I'm surrounded by green, right? I'm surrounded by greenery. You probably can't see. Let me just turn around. Probably can't see. Greenery is beautiful. It's nice. And it just reminds me of how much I just honor myself, truly. The mirror effect has been such a help for me that you know, it's not just the mirroring, but it's the excitement to go and share that with others, go and communicate and collaborate and see people and hug people and touch people. And it also shows me how I've been holding on to that for far too long. Like, I've been in isolation for a little bit, but it was needed. It was needed to protect my peace of mind. It was needed to protect my growth. Let me reframe that. It's not being there too long. I was there just in time. And maybe you might feel a little bit more pressure to hurry up and come out. Take your time. Take your time. This is your journey. This is for you. And when you are ready, release shame, release any type of harsh judgment on yourself for the time that it took you. But definitely go out and mingle. Life is in the living. That is where you actually get to experience, you know, the growth from the work that you've done. Just think of it this way. If it was people, places, and things that you created a contract with, right? Because it's not in releasing victimhood. Certain things happen. You were vibrating at a frequency to attract this experience to you, right? And now I understand that a lot better. It's not that you attracted someone who was trying to like unalive you, or someone who was trying to like you, or someone who just was trying to manipulate you, steal your money, or try to set you up, or just wanted to use you for sex. It was that you were vibrating from a frequency of lack, frequency of whatever lack of security, lack of love, feeling neglected, feeling isolated. And that mirrored to this cosmic theater exactly what you wanted to experience. So then it's universal law, right? The universal law also says when you start to operate from a healed space, from an embodied space, you will also attract and magnetize to you that experience. So it's almost your duty, it's almost your right to get back out there and to connect with people, new people, and to allow new experiences to come into your reality, because you've done the work. You deserve that. It could be people that want to love you, people that want to give to you, people that has done the work as well, and now they could express themselves clearly. They have emotional intelligence. They're a little bit more financially secure and stable. They want to work with you and create and travel and do the things with you. You know, they see your worth, they see what you're teaching, they see how you're operating, all of these things. It's almost your duty. And I think this is where they say shine your light. The time is now. Like, sometimes you might feel pressure, you're like, what does that mean? What do I do? Just be yourself. You've done so much healing work on yourself. You deserve to share that with the world, because there's so much of the world that wants to give that back to you. Okay. So yeah, I was just inspired to kind of like just talk about that. And I truly hope you heard something and you took something for it, for your own journey. Alchemize it, listen to it again, okay, and just really digest it and implement it for your own life, because I truly feel it's kind of like summertime, we outside, right? Wintertime, we inside. Now some people still go outside. I would still go outside, but not really. I'm mostly inside. I like warmth, I like heat, okay? My locks like to be nice and warm and moisturized, not dry and ashy, all right? I'm not trying to have ashy feet, okay? Ashy Larry up in here. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and in the description box below, I do have a ebook, as well as if you want a one-on-one tarot reading with me, check it out in the description box below. I accept coffee, free coffee. You can buy me a coffee down below too. I love coffee. I love Haitian coffee. I like to add cinnamon. I just found out about the little trick with adding a little bit of coconut oil in there. That tastes delicious. But anyway, I'm just sharing a little bit of that with you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.